Art of watching film, a topic we talk about quite a bit in the RefMasters platform, but in baseball, we haven't done a dedicated session like this. I'm Sony from the RefMasters team, joined by Brennan Miller, Malachi Moore, and special guest, MLB umpire Alex McKay. Let's get right into it. This is such a great topic. We're in off season for most of us. Before we jump into our first film, let's just go around from our three pro MLB umpires. Just get some initial thoughts when it comes to the art of watching film. What's evolved the most for you watching film, your own film, and film of others over the last few years as you've continued to grow in your career? I'll start with you, Brennan, then go Malachi, and then Alex. What's evolved the most in terms of how you approach film study?
I think for me, it's the mindset, right? Like we constantly want to look at the film after the game, see if we got the call right or wrong. And I think what makes us better is if we look beyond that, we look at our partners. We look at, okay, I got it wrong, but why did I get it wrong? If I had gone to this spot, okay, would I have been right? Okay, but if I went to this, you know what I'm saying? And you go through all the different scenarios to try to learn from. But at the same time, in that same film, you can watch your second base umpire. So even though it's your call at the plate, you can also look at your second base umpire and see what they were doing and try to pick their brain and see how they were reacting to the play. So I think that's something that is overlooked a whole lot, is that we're very surface level and we just look right and wrong, but we got to look a little bit deeper.
Love that. Good opening thoughts, Malachi.
That was excellent, brilliant. Just the film doesn't lie to you. That's one thing that's always stuck out to me. No matter what I thought I saw or how I felt during the play or how the play was getting ready to progress. Like for me, it was like, all right, go back, watch the film, because the film's not going to lie to you. It's going to show you what you were thinking. It's going to show your body movements and so forth. So just looking at it, not objective to where, oh no, he's safe because of this, because I called him safe. No, well, let's actually break it down and look at the starting position, what I felt as the play was getting ready to happen. And then more so too, I think sometimes the awesome part for me when I look at film is after the call. What was my body language looking like? What was I thinking after? Did my heart start speeding up? So that's one thing that I learned as I started watching more film, for sure.
Love it. Alex?
Yeah, I think Malachi's exactly right. It's not just the call. It's not just the pre-setup or anything, pre-play. It's how you look after the call and the confidence you show after the call, and what were some after effects, because sometimes things happen during a play that you go back and you look and you're like, wow, I didn't even think about that happening after the play. You're just so focused on the call. So it can help you really, it's helped me make sure to take my time and take in everything, not just the initial play that's happening, but everything around you. And I think it's really important to, especially when you're looking at film of yourself for balls and strikes. We do so much balls and strikes. We call so many pitches, we squat, and it becomes monotonous a lot of times. But it's so important to go and just look to see if you're off a little bit. It's probably something that you can pick up on film, and it's something that you're going to be able to see yourself doing before you catch yourself on the field. Because sometimes we just get into a rhythm and it's like, oh, well, I feel right, but I'm missing pitches. And then all of a sudden you see something on film and it's like, oh, that's exactly what I'm doing. Now you can catch yourself doing it during the game.
Really, really good setup, Alex, Malachi, Brennan. Let's jump right into some film. We got a play here from Brennan. We'll start with Brennan first. And, I'll pass this to you, Brennan. I'll get this one queued up and take us through. And as always, everyone, right, we love these to be interactive. If you have any questions, thoughts, comments, either raise your hand, come off mute, or type in the chat for sure. But Brandon, I'll pass it to you.
Yeah, so this is me as the third base umpire. And one of the things that we were just talking about is being able to watch others in film and see what you can pick up and stuff like that. So Alex and I actually talked about this play and my positioning and all that. And I kind of want Alex to speak on what he sees. And then I'll kind of go through what I was thinking in the moment as well. Alex, you're on mute, buddy.
My fault. So the first thing I'm looking at here is obviously it's a rundown, and we know that the second base umpire is going to be on the outside of the rundown here. So my initial thing is where are most tags going to happen? Probably in the back. So right here, I'm looking to see, is he going to throw the ball or is he going to tag it? I see Brennan to me, and I would guess that his mindset was this guy's going to get tagged on the back, so I need to get into fair territory to see if he's able to get that tag. For me, I'm not as risky as him. That's it. It's a good position if there's a tag on the back, but right here, as you can see, the runner's in between the tag and the umpire. So I don't know, B, if you were blocked out. I would assume you were a little bit blocked out. You could probably see the tag on the stomach right there. But for me, I would have tried to be more in foul territory, more corner of the base. But again, and I assume talking to Brennan, he's going to tell you he thought the tag was going to be on the back. And that's not a bad area to think that a tag's going to be on the back in a rundown like that.
Yeah, so that's actually exactly what I was thinking. So here's my take on this from everyone watching this. I was in a horrible position for this. What ended up happening, going through my brain, was that week we had just had a university session where we were covering rundowns. And I was just talking about how a majority of the time when they're going into a base and a rundown, the tag, a majority of the time, occurs on the back. And so I'm not gonna lie, I got cocky and I just said, screw it. I'm just gonna stay there and I'll just see a seat on the back. All is good. And it bit me in the butt. This call got challenged and it ended up being a stands, but not for the initial safe out. If it was for the initial safe out, I was going to be overturned. His foot actually came off the bag, and that is not why I called him out. And so I was blocked out. I did not see it. And on top of that, I got it wrong. And so that's what was frustrating to me. It came back stands for another reason. And as I'm watching the replay on the board, I'm just kicking myself. And I'm like, just give me a stand so I can get out of here and feel better. But like, I was so mad at myself. So in hindsight, even though I know that a majority of them are going to occur on the back, I should have been working the outside of this. And then if I read tag on the back, then push myself inside. So that's what I learned from this play. And that's what Alex learned from this play too, when he was able to watch it.
Yeah. And the other thing I'm watching also be from, and I don't know how much you guys talk about this, but from where you are, it's going to be a very difficult call to call obstruction because you can't see where he is in relation to the bag. He's obviously out in front of the bag, but I don't think he's in front of the bag right now. But
yeah, well, and then
I mean, it's a tough call regardless. But
yeah, well, and then if you take this a step further, you can see where my head is, and I'm looking at the second baseman or shortstop throwing the ball to the third baseman. Yeah. So look at the third baseman. Look at the way where his hips are aligned. That to me, just from this still shot, it looks like the tag is going to occur on the inside, right? So like that's what I would think there too. So that's another reason why I would want to be on the outside and then push into fair territory if I need to. So being able to read those types of things is something I normally do, but I just was arrogant in this moment and I did not read it the way I normally do, and I got very, very lucky. And so from then on, I've always worked the way that I know to work.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Is that a smirk on your face right there? Looks like a smirk.
So okay, look, when you kick a call, you know it. And I called this, and immediately I just went, oh shit! Like you know what I mean? Just one of those, and I'm just like, oh god. So
no doubt.
Yeah, and so when they showed it on the board and they showed his foot coming off the bag, I'm like, oh, I have a chance. I have hope here.
Well, it's the 8th inning too. You're going to replay. You just
yeah. But yeah, that's what I learned from this.
That's a good play. That's a real good play. Like, just watching it, I got to watch Brennan for a good minute here, as he's setting up for this play. But for me personally, I start to look at Sonya, I don't know if you can go back and share that same play. Sorry about that.